Okay, the link has been uploaded to community. We are live streaming.
Wonderful. Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see all of you in the almost middle of August already. I'm Ruth Fortune, the chair of our policy committee on the Hartford Board of Education. And we have a relatively short agenda for today. We have 3 second readings. We'll start first with the parent, caregiver, family, and community engagement policy, which is policy 1110.1. If you could just share that on the screen, please, Christina.
Yeah. Oh, couldn't find the button. Here we go.
So we reviewed this during the first reading. We did not have really any suggested changes beyond what was shared. I had suggested a 1-word change, and we got some feedback from community members that they probably did not want the word equal removed. I brought it up because it kind of struck me as somewhat out of place. It's not something I feel so incredibly strong about that I would push back on that. So I'm okay with the language as is. If we could just pull that up.
Apologies.
Yes. So this would be, as is the final policy that we would have. Do we have any board members who wish to comment, or anyone within our administration office who want to add any more color to what I've shared?
I can share
Okay.
that one of the things that we did as we were going through this process, just to ensure that the community is aware, is that we did have the original policy that we redlined and presented. And when we did that, we were made aware that it was not following the new legislation language, which includes the section, Board Member Fortune, of the equal partners. That is legislation from the federal level. We were made aware by the state, the Title I director of the state, that our policy was not inclusive enough of what the legislation was asking, which is why we went back to the drawing board, as well as followed what we had at the district as part of our regulation, which is not the policy, but as part of regulation, to have the legislation language and that policy be reviewed with the presidents of the parent-teacher organizations that we had across the district, to ensure that we had a more inclusive process, which is what we did, and then brought this document that we're looking at this time that is a little more robust and inclusive of what the legislation had updated to. So I just wanted to make sure I added that little more color to that, so that it's not just this document. I mean, we've been trying to work on this for quite some time now, and we were made aware that we really were not where we needed to be per the legislation, the national legislation, which is why we're looking at this document the way we are at this time.
Thank you for that commentary, Ms. Hooker. Any questions or comments from board members? Okay, I don't see any hands up. So this means this will be brought to a vote at the next board meeting, which is next week on Tuesday, August 18th. And the whole board will get to vote on this policy. We'll move on to the second policy for second reading and adoption, which is the indoor air quality, and it's policy 7230.2. And this is based on the CABE model policy. And we're not seeing any red lines here because we did not previously have this policy at HPS.
Correct.
If
And
you
we
could
haven't
just
been on the call. Oh, sorry. You want me to?
Sorry. What did you say, Christina?
Sorry, I was gonna say we do have Miss Erin Wilson on the call if you wanted any other, but yeah,
Yes,
this is the
please,
CABE
Ms.
model.
Wilson. Of course. Please, Ms. Wilson. Go ahead.
Sure. The only thing I will add is that yes, this is the CABE model policy that CABE recommended we adopt since we didn't have one. This was reviewed by our Chief Operating Officer, Jose Colon. He also shared it with the city. And so he got feedback from the city as well to make sure that this was in line with what we're currently doing and what our plans are for the future. And everyone agreed that this reflects what we're currently doing. And so everyone was fine with this passing. So I just wanted to make that clear.
No, Miss Fortune, you're on mute. I just looked up and
Sorry. Thank you. I was just talking on mute. Thank you, Ms. Wilson, for sharing that. Any questions from any board members? Okay, not seeing any hands going up. We'll move on to the third and final policy for second reading and adoption. Ms. Wilson, I'll pass it over to you again, and it's the CAPE model policy, 7230.3.
Thank you. So similar to the previous one, as you just indicated, this is something that we did not have in our policies, and so CABE recommended that we should. Again, Jose Colon reviewed this one as well. This one was also shown to the city, and everyone agreed that this is in line with what we're currently doing. And so we were fine with adopting the CABE model without any changes.
Perfect. Thank you. Any questions from any board members? Okay, not seeing any hands go up. This might be our fastest meeting yet. So under old business, just a reminder that we will have the Marcus Camby vote at the August board meeting next Tuesday. And then for the Buckley naming, since we have two individuals who are seeking that renaming, we're going to be doing some more consideration as a board and engaging more folks in that process. So that will not be up for a vote in August. And that was discussed during our last policy committee meeting. I'll pause here, see if anyone else have anything that they wanted to bring under old business from our last discussions that I've overlooked.
I'll just, if I can, I'll just add that you should have it. We did the internal district renaming team did meet early today to include the building principal, and we completed a memo for the board in regards to the proposal to rename the basketball court at Hartford Public High School. So for your consideration, the board should have that memo for review in advance of the actual board meeting this month.
Okay, I'll connect with you. I think it keeps going to the one email that's through the HPS server that I don't check, and I check my Gmail board email. So I think that's usually when I don't have something, that's because it goes there. So I'll work with Christina on the back end to make sure I get it there, because I don't think I saw that. But
to be clear, it was sent like about a couple of days. They met this morning. He finished the memo, so it was sent just today from me. So you may not have had a chance to check it.
It was sent from you. Okay, I'm looking at, I have your email from 11:34 and,
Don't tell me to
oh,
miss
you know
it.
what? Yes, it is in the spam
Oh.
email. Okay, yes, I have not. Yeah, you got it like just, yeah, in the last like 45 minutes. Yes, okay.
Right.
I do have that and I have not had a chance to review it closely. Thank you for doing that, Attorney Wilson. And then lastly, I will pass it over to Christina, who wanted to just share a couple of things by sharing her screen.
Yes, I am finally excited to share that CABE will be hosting the district's policies. It was a long process. Both Erin Wilson and I were part of it from the beginning, making sure that all of our policies were in Word and uploaded and reviewed and checked. As you know, currently our website has one long PDF per series, which makes it very difficult to find a policy. But currently, as you can see, now that I'm screen sharing, this is how it would look like in CABE, and it has the series spread out. The board members are listed. So when you click on the series number, you'll see it to the right, each policy share on the right-hand side, just like that. You can click on the individual policy to see, and you can, if you see where my mouse is, you can download the policy as an individual file in Word or PDF. Just click back on the series number to see the whole entire series again. My Siri just came on.
This is great. Sorry to interrupt, Christina.
No, no.
I'm sorry. Our board chair has a question, and don't know if it was about the previous
Oh,
topic.
Okay.
And I don't want to, I'm sorry, I'm just seeing her hand
I
now.
believe it was. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello, thank you, Madam Chair. Simple question. I'm just hoping that instead of dragging along the Buckley one, could we commit to in September? Like, could we make a commitment? Because I think we have enough information sort of to know like what we want to support or not. So that's why they wasn't on the agenda for August. So can we set an expectation of maybe having that for September?
I think that's definitely doable,
Thank you.
of course. All right, turning it back over to you, Ms. Santiago, so I can be consistent.
Back to. So I did a soft launch with the board members and some staff so they can kind of look at it and review. But again, I'm gonna send a mass email sharing this with the entire community. And again, if they see any policy missing that they think of or any errors, to please let me know. But the most important one, I think, at this one for this CABE is if you see this little globe right here, you click on it and it translates the policy. So obviously we have a large Spanish speaking population, so it'll immediately translate all of the policy titles and the policies itself into Spanish or the languages listed. I will circle back with them because I do see that it's Spark Data with Google Translate, and I'm sure the next question is going to be about Haitian Creole. I will find out about that and any other languages that are Hartford dominant that are not listed here to see if they will eventually include that. But I think that part is exciting that you can immediately translate any policy on the website. You can see it individually, you can download, and it will be posted on our website.
That's great. Thank you. It's great that it's also searchable. You can search key terms if you're looking for something in particular.
Correct.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's all that we have on the agenda for today. If there's any last minute questions, please let us know or forever hold your peace until the next meeting. Okay. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the summer and see you all at the August 18th board meeting. I will be joining virtually because we're finally taking a little family vacation after the primary tomorrow. So I'll be calling in to the August meeting, but I'll definitely join you all.
Okay.
All right. Take care. Bye.